We got a good one today, y'all. So apparently there's a tenant who owes over $10,000, but there's a very important caveat to this video. Apparently she didn't time it correctly, and they went ahead and put that eviction on her record before she could find a new place to stay. So that's what we're going to be reacting to. Without further ado, let's just get right into it.
You didn't pay and you did stay.
At first, I agreed when we went on the breakout room, but then I turned around and told her that I'd just leave.
Have you paid off the money? Mr. Andrzejewski, is she choppy for you?
I can't hear anything, Judge.
Okay, I have her video kind of frozen, and usually that means they're about 10 seconds. Oh, she's back.
I don't see the video. I can't hear anything though.
Mr. King, can you say something for me, please?
Hello?
Okay.
All right, so we've got you coming through. And Miss King, you're number 12 on our calendar, 25D 11870. And do you swear any statements you make to the court today will be the truth under penalty of perjury?
Yes.
All right. I see an order that is dated July 7th. The agreement was that you were to pay $10,565 on or before July 14th. If the payment is not made, the plaintiff can recover a judgment in the amount of $9,020 and some change. It appears that a writ application was issued thereafter, and the tenant was ejected. Do you agree with all of those things I've just stated?
At first, I agreed, but when I went to the breakout room with the attorney, I told her that I was just going to leave. But when she came back into court, she told the lady that she could give me the 14. Because I told her it was impossible for me to come up with $10,000. So I told her I would just move. But when I was applying for apartments, already they put that up like a day after we went to court and said that I had a judgment on me.
Well, it's a pretty new
Yeah, you still owe the money. So yeah, there's a judgment on you.
Same day.
case. Have you paid off the money?
No,
Okay. Well, we're not able to seal the case if the judgment is still outstanding, because then it would make it difficult to impossible to try to collect the judgment. And so understanding that there was a judgment in the case and a
but
set out.
So y'all, this is what they try to do. This is the play. That's the game plan from the beginning. I don't know if she got the information passed on to her because she didn't time this right at all. Because what do they usually try to do in these situations? They go 6 months to a year and they don't pay a cent because they know the laws in whatever jurisdiction that they're in. They know that it's a very timely process to get them out of there. So they get to live for free, stack their money, which it seems like she wasn't doing because she's saying she doesn't have it. And it looks like she's about to end up homeless. But they get to stack their money, or probably in her case, just live her best life. And then by the time that the eviction and everything falls down and actually comes on her record or shows on her credit, she's already got a new sucker that she's about to run that same play on. So that's what they typically do. It didn't work out the way she thought it was going to work out. And the mitigated gall to then try to go to the courts and to the people after you still haven't paid them what you owe and try to seek some type of relief or some type of help because of the situation that you put yourself in. It's incredible.
Yes, ma'am.
they she also told me I have a choice to move too, and that's what I told the attorney. She the one that said that. At first, I agreed when we went on the breakout room, but then I turned around and told her that I'd just leave. When we came back in court, she stated that I would pay, but that ain't what I told her after that.
It's called a pay and stay agreement. So if you want to stay, you have to pay. But if you leave, you leave. But it looks like the end result here was that you didn't pay and you did stay because there's paperwork dated September 9th that they did that you were ejected.
Mm.
And
Yes,
so,
when I talked to the attorney, I told the attorney that I was leaving. How can you move somewhere if the judgment was on there the next day?
Mhm.
I literally told her that. I messaged her. I would set it on court when we was in the breakout room. I said I want to stay, but $10,000 is a lot to come up with by the 14th. And then I was like, "How am I supposed to pay that?"
Here's my thing, man. Okay, you didn't expect them to put it on there the next day, which I'm glad they do that, or that they did that in this case, because they possibly just protected another person from getting what this is, which is they protected somebody else from getting scammed by this lady. But then on top of that, you want us to feel for your situation, but what have you done in good faith? Right? Okay, you don't have the 10,000. What do you have? Because what it appears, and she owes like 10,500 from what I heard, but what it appears is that you haven't put anything on it. Like you're just waiting. You're holding out, but yet you haven't done anything in good faith to show that, hey, I don't know if you'll work with me, but I still owe you this, so I'm still going to put this on it because I have full intention of paying you back. I owe you 10,000. I don't have it right now. I'm gonna give you 1,600, but she's not gonna do that because it's either all or nothing. Either she's gonna try to pay a little bit, but she's gonna get something out of that to buy her more time for her to then become more defaulted on it, or she's just gonna walk out clean and she's never gonna look back. So this is this is karma. This is absolute karma, and you got to learn one way or the other.
If I can't do it on the app or something. She told me to get
well,
in touch with collections and stuff for Main Street, and I did that.
all right.
So I
Well,
just,
as far as your motion for today is concerned, there is still an outstanding judgment based on what you've confirmed with me, and that means that I'm not able to seal your case. And so, if that judgment is satisfied, you can receive something called a satisfaction of judgment, which reflects that yes, there had been a debt, and no, now there is not because it's been paid. And that would be the thing you would be most likely to get when that was taken care of. But for today, I believe the law requires that I do an order denying your motion.
I have a question. What if they keep my deposit? When they go towards their judgment too?
Oh wow.
If that's an agreement you make with them and there are no other things deducted from the deposit that would justify them keeping it, if they look at the property and say, well, it was destroyed, she put a hole in every wall and that the cost of that's going to eat the whole deposit or something. I don't know, but something like that.
Well, I did have
Uh,
experience when they didn't come fix the house since I moved there.
okay.
And I
Well,
put in
that's
maintenance requests and the maintenance people didn't come out and fix nothing.
all of that is going to be outside this court's purview. What we're here for today is just this motion to seal. And what I can tell you is that based on the procedural history of the case and the state of the judgment, there's nothing we can do about that. As far as the payment of the judgment to try to get back out of the hole, you can talk to them about it and see what arrangements they can make with you to try to resolve that issue. And they might be able to do things like deal with the deposit or things of that nature.
So you all see how calculated these scammers are, right? I didn't even know that she's the one who put in some type of motion and filled out some type of paperwork to get this whole court thing going because I guess she thought that she was gonna get some justice against the landlord or whatever. She actually filed the motion. These people know the law. They know the law, and that is why they try to get over on it. But again, it goes back to the beginning. She didn't anticipate this thing going on her record like this. So now she's scrambling because you remember at the beginning they said that they put in that order of immediate removal. So she's been getting blindsided by swift and immediate actions, and now she's on the defensive. But again, it just goes back to the calculated nature of what this stems from because she obviously knows the law. Let me tell you something, man. I can figure it out, but I don't know how to put it in no motion and be doing all this and be on Zoom with court. I have no idea. I would really have to figure that out. But you can't pay your bills, but you're so savvy when it comes to the law and it comes to the courts. That's so amazing to me.
To come to an agreement with you to help work that amount down. So that will be for you two to deal with outside of court.
So do I need to talk to the attorney or Main Street? Because I don't have no specific person to talk to for Main Street.
I would say talk to there should be someone at the leasing officer at corporate would be my best guess.
Okay.
All right. We'll place you in the waiting room for now, Miss King, but for today you're free to log off. Good luck. All right, Mr. Andrzejewski, did you have any others on today's calendar?
No, Judge, that's it.
I think that's it, y'all. But it really just comes down to the entitlement, the audacity, and I'm glad he just said, "Hey, you put this in, but there's nothing I can do. May the force be with you. Good luck." Because, like I said, this is calculated, and this was absolutely a strategy. But sometimes when you have a strategy, when you have a plan, sometimes the plans evolve. And although she's used to taking advantage of the system from what it seems, I don't think she's that agile to truly be able to evolve and adapt her plan to these extenuating circumstances that she's now put herself in. And this is on your record. And see, now you have to try to adapt and flex without having a home, without possibly having reliable Wi-Fi. So now you're trying to figure things out. You got all your stuff somewhere and you don't got nowhere to go. Well, why did you think that you just get to live for free? Let's be real. Almost an $11,000 balance. That's at least 6, 7, 8, possibly, maybe that might even be 10 months unpaid. Let me tell you something. If somebody gives me some type of agreement where I can go 10 months without rent, oh, I'm gonna really come up. I'm gonna really leverage that, and I'm gonna make some incredible strides. But it appears she didn't do that. And if she did do that, let's say she does have $10,000 in the bank that she could pay back, but she just doesn't want to. Well, you're a horrible person then, because it's real easy when we just look at landlords or people who own real estate and we just assume, oh, they good. I need it more. Yeah, it sounds good until you made the right decisions in life and then you start to get your life on the right track and you decide you want to have an investment property so that you can start to try, because most landlords don't got it like that. By you not paying their rent and now they have to pay two rents, the home they live in as well as their rental property, you've just destroyed their year. Now they can't do anything. That vacation they wanted to take, they can't take it. If they want to go out to eat this week, they can't go out to eat because they're paying two rents on top of everything else they got to pay. So I don't feel bad for people like this because they don't feel bad for the people that they're screwing over. So we'll leave it there, y'all. Like the video. Also subscribe if you want to join Limitless Legion. Cash App link below if you want to buy your boy iced coffee. And also feel free to join the Patreon where I do post exclusive self-improvement content that's not on YouTube. But until then, I'll catch you guys in the next video.